Good evening, everyone, and good morning again to those watching in Hamilton. Today was day 10 of COP26 in Glasgow, and the theme was transport. Now, CHEC spoke to a number of great people today, so I'm going to try and be very brief on my reflections today on the theme of transport. Two sessions I will highlight for you that were really good. One was relatively short, about 15 minutes, that you can check out online, by the Swiss environmentalist Bertrand Piccard. You may remember him a little while ago. He flew solo around the world in a solar-powered airplane. He gave a great speech on using today's technology, or the technology of now, rather than waiting for something new to be invented in the transport sector to help phase out fossil fuels and just kind of phase out more of the older technologies that people are still using, creating these emissions. Another session was with the Deputy Director of the Energy, Nature and Transport Campaigns for COP26, and he had some great ideas on coordinating zero emission policies in the transport industry. And he gave one specific example, was with the car regulators around the world and trying to coordinate their regulations and policies to make them uniform for every car that's produced around the world, that has to meet their regulations, because currently they all have their own policies, and so cars produced in Asia for the American market may not necessarily pass the regulations of the European regulator. So some very interesting ideas that they had there. Definitely check out. And the last bit of news that came out today was the Clyde Bank Declaration signed by a number of countries. And the aim of this declaration was really to start creating something they call green shipping corridors. And the aim of this was to get volunteering countries to work with ports and manufacturers and sort of all the way down the value chain up until the shipments arrive to their destinations. And a number of countries signed this, including the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Ireland, Fiji, the Marshall Islands. But I will caution that it is just a declaration. I had a look through on the UK government website, which has the declaration on it, and sort of at the bottom states in one of the annexes that it's not required to be zero emissions or be using efficient fuel to use these green corridors. So definitely something to keep an eye on in the future on this. Hopefully something more concrete will come out of it, and more legally binding for countries that at least are trying to make these green shipping corridors work. Because if anyone can use them, then sort of what is the point? But I guess more to come on that. So as I mentioned, CHEC spoke to several great people today, and I will let you get to that. And we will see you tomorrow for day 11 of COP26.
Hello everyone, I am Camille Rivera. I am the Director of Oceana's Conservation, an NGO in the Philippines. And what I've seen in COP26 is that there's a lot of promises and commitments to stop deforestation. There's a lot on focus of nature-based solutions, especially about mangroves, especially about putting financing on nature-based solutions. And what I'm expecting, because I'm working on the grassroots level, I'm working on with the communities, what I expect after COP26 is that the financing that they promise, or the financing that has been talked about to nature-based solutions, will really trickle down to us as NGOs, to the communities who really are the frontliners of these activities of climate action. So that's what I hope to see in the next years to come. Thank you.
So I would like to introduce you to the Climate Fresk. So the Climate Fresk is a game about climate education. It's based on the IPCC report. So as you know, the IPCC report is a very complex report, and we made a game from the report to make sure that everyone understands how climate change works and understand the big pictures. And the game explains, so it's a game of cards. And the game shows the causes and consequences of climate change.
Time for a little workshop.
Basically, it doesn't cost anything. and after doing a workshop you can raise awareness around you by becoming a facilitator. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Issac Bo. I'm from Ghana and I work at the intersection of urban mobility and agriculture. So in Ghana, there has been an influx of vehicles from the global north, usually in horrible conditions, fueled by diesel, causing huge amounts of dirt in pollution, amongst other things. Also, Ghana records some of the highest levels of road accidents as a result of how terrible the road networks are, amongst other things. So I'm here representing my startup, Kev, which is building a digital infrastructure for Africa's urban mobility, and we are helping that create efficient systems for transportation while advocating for the use of electric vehicles. Because moving from the incumbent road system that we have, more than efficiency, we also need cleaner technologies for our transportation. And I also work in some rural communities, helping them inculcate some kind of innovative approaches to farming, like aquaponics and hydroponics farming. So that's about me, and that's my work here.
Hi, I'm Kasia Smithwick from Poland, and I'm a member of the Polish Youth Climate Council. And what I do expect from COP? I expect meaningful youth participation. I'm very happy to see that here in Glasgow, youth is actually present at various negotiations, at various meetings, and I'm happy to see that it's improving over the years.
Hello, my name is Veronica. I'm from Poland and I work with different NGOs dealing with climate and human rights. And I'm here at COP to explore, to meet new people and to learn more about climate change. So that when I come back to Poland, I can tell people stories, what's happening actually in COP in the secret venue. And what are my expectations? My expectation is to see people caring more about climate and knowing, them wanting to know more about climate. And I want to go back to Poland and make sure that politicians implement the promises that they are making here at COP.